discover a tale of transformation and purpose where beauty and strength intertwine. Join us as we explore the journey of the oak and the willow, finding deeper meaning beyond appearances.
In a peaceful valley, bathed in golden sunlight, two trees stood as symbols of different paths in life. The first was a graceful willow, its slender drooping branches flowing like a cascade of emerald leaves. The willow swayed elegantly with every gentle breeze, a living dance that captivated all who wandered through the valley. It was a sight to behold, enchanting in its beauty, and passers-by often paused to admire it, offering words of praise. The willow basked in this admiration, proud of its aesthetic appeal. However, despite its captivating allure, the willow contributed little beyond being a beautiful sight. It provided no shade or shelter, bore no fruit, and stood as a silent sentinel wrapped in a cloak of vanity and complacency. Nearby, a mighty oak tree stood tall and resilient. Unlike the delicate willow, the oak was not admired for its beauty, but for its quiet strength. Its thick branches stretched out confidently, covered in lush green leaves. The oak's sturdy trunk and deep roots made it a bastion of stability in the valley. It bore acorns, feeding the creatures that inhabited the area, from squirrels to birds, and even deer. The oak's broad canopy offered shade on hot days and shelter from the elements, creating a haven for all who sought it. Around the oak, life flourished, a testament to its unassuming yet invaluable presence. As the seasons changed, the creatures of the valley increasingly relied on the oak. Squirrels collected its acorns, birds nested in its branches, and weary travellers found comfort in its shade. The oak became the valley's lifeblood, a provider and protector, deeply rooted in the soil and steadfast in its purpose. In contrast, the willow, despite its visual appeal, stood alone. It was admired from a distance, but contributed little to the valley's life. It offered neither nourishment nor protection, its existence hollow and focused solely on superficial beauty. One day, a fierce storm swept through the valley, testing the resilience of both trees. The oak, with its deep roots and strong trunk, stood firm against the tempest. Its branches bent, but did not break, providing a safe haven for the valley's inhabitants. The willow, however, with its shallow roots and delicate branches, could not withstand the storm's fury. The wind tore through its leaves, and the once graceful tree was left battered and broken. In the storm's aftermath, the willow found itself in deep contemplation. It realized that while it had once taken pride in being admired, it had neglected the deeper purpose of contributing to the world. The willow understood that true fulfillment does not come from superficial beauty. It arises from resilience and the ability to withstand life's challenges. The oak, though less glamorous, was cherished and depended upon. Its strength and generosity had created a bond with the valley's creatures that went beyond appearances. Determined to find a deeper meaning, the willow decided it was time to change. It began to grow stronger roots, anchoring itself more firmly into the earth. It worked alongside the oak, learning to provide for the valley's creatures. As the willow's roots deepened, it discovered new strengths within itself. It started offering shelter with its branches, providing a resting place for birds and shade for travellers. With time, the willow even learned to share the nutrients it gathered from the soil, helping to nourish the surrounding plants. The oak, recognizing the willow's efforts, extended its support. The two trees, once different in purpose, found a harmonious balance. The oak continued to provide its steady strength and resources, while the willow, now more resilient, contributed its grace and newfound shelter. Together, they created a more vibrant and thriving ecosystem in the valley. The animals that once solely relied on the oak began to appreciate the willow's growing contributions, and the valley flourished more than ever before. Thus, the story of the willow and the oak transformed into one of growth and collaboration. The willow learned that true beauty lies not in appearance, but in purpose and the willingness to grow. By working together, both trees enriched the valley, showing that strength and grace, when united with a shared purpose, can create a life full of meaning and fulfillment. The willow found its place not as an isolated ornament, but as a valuable part of the valley's life. It learned to cherish not just the admiration of others, but the joy of giving and growing. In the end, the oak and the willow stood side by side, not as mere symbols of differing paths, but as partners in a journey toward a better, more purposeful existence. This transformation taught them both that life's true worth is found in growth, resilience, and the connections we nurture along the way. Together, they made the valley a place of beauty and life, each contributing their unique strengths to a shared purpose. Grow with us! Like the oak and willow, let's build a thriving community. Subscribe and like to join our journey.